Wave at the camera. Hello.
Am I in frame? Is all of me in there?
No.
Oh, jeez. More. Okay, hold on. Can we talk about how Mike Palmer
I can't pull you over.
thought he was going to pull my...
There you go.
Big, strong guy.
Oh.
Okay.
He goes
You underestimated him. You underestimated him.
I did.
Maybe
See?
mad. I hoped. I hoped.
I love that.
Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, who is this?
So my name is Matt Hunt. I'm the owner of FQ Cigars.
FQ Cigars.
That's right.
Home of the
Not
Dapper.
only
Proudly distributed by
Oh.
Cigars.
Oh.
Oh.
So, but not only are you the FQ cigar man, you are also the fashion sandinista.
Sandinista. I've actually
Yes.
coined that term.
Yeah.
I was thinking about actually
Copyrighted?
getting it copyrighted, yeah.
Oh.
It was actually Mike, I guess, who coined it, but
This is his third appearance on the show.
Yeah, and you were very adamant about being on the show because we now have video.
yeah, I would love for people to see what
We should have
of a
just
baby face I have.
See how
set the
incredibly
camera
handsome you
up
are.
on him, just on him.
Like,
Yeah.
Make a close up.
this
Big
is
zoom
Matt
in.
Hunt.
I'm ready for my close up.
You have to walk over there.
Ah.
It's a manual close up.
So before we get into Matt Hunt, you want to talk about a couple things, what's been going on with us for the week and shit?
Sure. What's been going on with you?
Well, for starters,
Other than you're not sleeping.
well, yeah, I mean, that's never gonna, I don't think that'll ever happen. But
Yes.
I love my kids.
Yes.
You
think you love your kids?
I love my kids a lot,
Oh.
but I think they're trying to kill me.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, this is getting exciting
It
already.
is.
They gave me strep throat, and then parlayed that into a fucking
Need a dun dun dun.
stomach virus that was fucking making me vomit and blew up the entire house. Had to bring my wife to the hospital. It's fucking fantastic.
That is true, because every single time I've called you, you've been like, I'm dying.
Yeah, it's
Never go to their
you know,
house.
they're like little petri dishes of fucking chaos.
You go over there after one of those hazmat suits on.
Jesus.
You want
You know,
that.
I mean, you know, the place has been bleached so many fucking times at this point. Everything's white. It's
I put
amazing.
Purell by the door and just hit everybody. when they
Everybody,
come.
as if there was like a newborn baby
Right,
there.
they walk around like this. Don't touch me, I'm sterile. I've been at Mike's house.
So my kids are trying to kill me, which is nice. Are your kids trying to kill you?
They're old. They're not even at the house anymore.
Yeah, I feel like they're still trying to kill you, but in a different way.
So watch your back, Mike. That's it. That's what he's trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to say.
We got a lot of prep work going on for IPCPR right now.
Yep. A lot going
To a
on.
point where I'm feeling kind of stressed out about doing a podcast right now. Not gonna lie. Hey, it's not what you're doing. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fuck it
All right,
up.
you're done. Put it out.
Here's the
Let's phone
podcast.
call.
Oh, can we do it? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
Can we just skip the next 3 weeks? That'd be great. So-
We might skip podcast week.
No, the show must go on.
Yeah. Ooh, are we gonna do it in Vegas?
No.
No,
how
I am
the
taking.
fuck?
I am bringing the camera.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get some good content.
I love
stuff like that.
Big
you know.
content guy.
He wants me to follow him around with the camera.
We got a head producer. Yeah, I do.
I want
The
that.
last time I went, I had to follow him around with that little speaker.
I'm gonna be really upset if he is not at most 2 feet behind you. I want him very close,
At all
very,
time, just-
very.
Yeah.
We
Who's
could,
this guy?
you know, I think it'd be cool.
Just
You
follow
know,
That'd be
around.
great.
we could shoot. You don't have to take pictures, but I think if you did some
He wasn't
video,
going to, he's
and
gonna
you know,
use
just,
that sound.
let's play some.
I'm
maybe
bringing
that's
the little mic so we can mic
Yeah,
you up.
fuck
But,
yeah.
but you can only go like 10 feet away from me
Yeah,
because
but you know what?
once
Some of
cord
the stuff that I watch has like, we'll do like subtitles on the bottom of it.
Oh, I do like that. Yeah.
Oh, can I put in anything I want?
No, you got to do like what the person's saying.
Just like
stuff
niggas, so it
that.
doesn't even
Make
match the
stuff
best.
up as it goes. We do have subtitle option on our editing software,
Excellent.
so that can be done.
Look at that.
How about
You
that?
complete me, Michael.
You said my earlier today.
I know. It's funny you feel good.
I miss this.
That's
guy.
why we have the same name.
Yeah.
This is nice.
He's Mike and I'm Mike too.
No, I'm Mike too.
And
It's
this is
Mike.
Cigar
It's Mike
Hustlers
Yanko. This is
So-
Cigar Hustlers Podcast.
So yeah, so calling accounts, prepping for IPCPR, it's a daunting task.
Oh,
You know,
jeez. Oh,
just
jeez.
go ahead and leave
We
that
gotta
on.
be calling. We gotta call in.
We got a call. We have a call. Hold on.
We're taking calls.
From Lake Orion, Michigan.
Oh
You're on
my
the air.
God.
Oh my God. And is that your watch going on too? You stole your wife's watch.
Yes.
Which
I don't
is
know.
nice.
Can you turn it off? I don't know how you turn it off.
Yeah, you can totally turn that off.
Yeah.
You know, so what's cool for me with IPCPR is like throughout the year, I feel like I'm making a lot of progress, and I'm like, yeah, you know, people kind of acknowledge who I am and shit. And I mean, not that I'm a big deal or anything, but at least you know, there's some.
Well, you know Matt
relation-
Hunt, so.
Oh, yeah, I know FQ Cigars.
Throw a coat on and you're right there. That's all you need. Really, that's all I got.
But like when you go, you know, it's like, oh yeah, nobody fucking knows who I am.
Well, also because there's a billion people.
Yeah,
There's
like,
like-
who are you? What cigar is this?
Do you know where Robert
Yeah.
Holt is by chance?
Yeah, we're something drunk. So you know, that's kind of the funny part for me. It kind of just knocks you back down a notch. You know,
Humble pie.
get back to fucking work.
I have
Absolutely.
enjoyed sitting behind you, listening to you make the phone calls last year.
Oh yeah, so that was pretty comical.
I'm
I got
Mike with FQ, Mike with. Stop me if you heard any of these brands, please.
Yeah.
well, it depends upon what they've ordered in the past. You know,
Right, no,
that's-
I
that's
understand why
awesome.
you're doing it. It's just funny to hear you run through the different ones, every different phone call.
So I called an old account, and this motherfucker says to me, "Oh, I have it written down.
Oh, good.
I don't want to mess this up."
Oh, good.
Oh, he has it exactly.
He says that he doesn't chase cigars; cigars chase him.
Oh, that's nice.
So I was like, "All right, cool. See you later, bro." I ain't fucking calling that guy. I'd delete him off the
Literally
account.
sounds like the
Well,
worst.
wasn't that what you were doing? You called him.
Yeah, what a complete asshole. You know, be fucking human, for Christ's sakes.
Well, what's funny is like you wonder how that guy feels when he gets to the IPCPR. He's like, finally, everybody showed up. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for being here for me.
I can't wait to run into him at IPCPR. I'm like, yo, I got no fucking time for you.
Would you know him if you saw him?
No, but well, there's the tag that says the name
Oh, you'll recognize
and the
name.
retailer.
And the
I'm like,
retailer.
oh, I know you.
Oh,
Yeah, go
yeah.
fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Fuck your mother.
No, you're busy. Sorry.
Well,
I can't
so,
talk to you.
My cigars aren't coming to you. So that was pretty comical.
Yeah.
You know, but I talked to a couple of other accounts that shit went really well. Like stuff that you weren't expecting.
Mhm.
Some guy was excited you called yesterday.
Yeah. I dealt with a guy and
You were like, yes, that Mike. I am that Mike. Yes, yes.
yeah. Oh, you know, I mean that was embargo. But we have a good relationship. Like he was kind of fucking around.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
That's always nice though. To like leading up to the show, like know that there's people who are like, oh hey, what's up? Oh yeah, can't wait to see you at the
Yeah,
show.
you
That's
have-
been the cool thing. Like even on Instagram and stuff, people hitting you up and being like, oh yeah, yo, you going to the show? Can't wait to see you. Where are you gonna be at?
for sure. I mean, you have a lot of good accounts. You make a lot of good friendships in
Yeah.
this industry. But you know, you get the slap dicks. That's fucking Jesus, man. What the hell? I mean, how miserable is that guy's life? I don't.
Well, evidently it's not at all. I mean, people are chasing.
Yeah.
He's
Probably got a segue.
Pretty good.
You know,
He's
he
probably-
rolls
Rolls around a
around
little segue.
rolls around on a hoverboard
I
or
don't
something.
even know if like when was the last time somebody I haven't seen somebody on a Segway or even bring up that subject of a Segway. Great. Good
Here's
little
the-
touch there.
here's
That
the
was
segue
good.
for the Segway.
That was
Little callback there.
That just
Nice.
lets you know how irrelevant
This
that guy
episode
is.
brought to you by Segway.
Yeah.
For all your fine trade show needs.
So, Mr. Matt Hunt,
Hey,
FQ Cigars,
how we doing?
you're on the show.
I'm here.
What's going on? What's
What are you
going
gonna
on
talk
in
about?
your life?
What'd you bring us?
So
You're gonna be. How was the Easter Bunny? Did you do that this year again?
I did not. Yeah, actually, I've kind of grown out of that. I mean,
Yeah.
As in you don't fit in the suit?
correct. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. My will to do it is still there, but
But
just the physical
Physical
strain on my body. That's what I couldn't do. But
Yes.
here I got some little baby poppers for you guys to
Yeah.
smoke while we get
Oh.
on the show.
Ooh.
Do a little bit of that. Oh,
Yeah.
athlete.
Look at that.
Just an
Stud.
athlete. I'm telling you. Oh, are we gonna talk about how like
Plucked it out of the air.
we took the kids over
Oh,
to
you
the
want to
football
talk?
game?
Sure.
I
let's
want
talk
that.
about it. Yeah, we can talk about that.
That was
Anybody-
awesome.
Anybody got a cutter?
So, Mr. Matt Hunt is a Bishop Moore alumni, which
I
is
am a Bishop Moore alumni.
which is a private school over here in
He's a Catholic. It's alright.
Don't put those
Catholic,
away.
whatever in Florida, whatever.
Yeah, it's a Catholic school over
Um,
here in Orlando, and no, but I want to talk about Jackson, how he's like this football guru.
You got the boys over there. We got to see a black and gold game, right?
Black and gold game.
Which is offense versus defense.
Yep. A spring game.
Yeah, it was really cool. They had a good time. You know, he likes throwing the football, but he's got this friend at school who wants to be a soccer player. So now he wants to be a soccer player. So now I have to go to
My
kindergarten
neighbor.
and kick his ass.
Yeah, exactly. We have to nip that in the bud. We have to really figure that out.
But you know, whatever he wants to do, obviously I back 110%. Whatever that may be.
Yeah.
So we signed him up for football.
Yeah. On that note,
We signed. Well, soccer isn't available yet, but we did sign him up for flag football coming up. So pretty excited about that. It's gonna be good stuff.
I love that. I thought that was really cool. I always enjoy it. I think it's
blast.
cool.
Dude, they rock so they got T-shirts.
Yeah, they did.
You know,
Future Hornet t-shirts.
Future Hornets, and he
Nice.
rocks that shit like every other day.
Attaboy. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. I love that. Well, it was nice that Brittany was there. Had the whole crew out there. I loved that.
Yeah,
Oh,
had the whole
game
squad.
came.
It was a good time. It was a good time. I'm trying to think if anybody was sick at that point. I don't
I think
remember.
they were on their way there.
They were
They were
approaching.
on their way there.
Yeah. So that was good. It was good. You know, you caught us right at the right time,
Yeah.
and you didn't die.
I know.
In
So I
between
didn't
games.
catch anything, which is a miracle. But
Congratulations.
yeah, I feel pretty good. We can still be friends.
So, so you're going to be staying with me at IPCPR.
I love how personal
wait
this
for
is.
that.
I really enjoy
There was
that.
almost
Good
3 of
stuff.
us in the room.
Yeah.
That would have been.
Yeah, so-
imagine the podcast we could have done.
So-
imagine the
So
adventures.
Palmer says, hey, you know, can I crash in your room for IPCPR? I'm like, sure. I'm like, Matt Hunt will be there too. He's like, yeah, let me see if there's another option.
Yeah, he's like,
So does Greg get
I've
play
heard
in
of.
his room?
I've heard of. Oh, Greg loves people in his room.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he's a fucking huge fan of that.
Huge.
He owed me a favor though.
Very
so I could not
hospitable.
say no.
Yeah, and realistically, how do you say no to Palmer?
Yeah.
And then he goes,
think-
I was fucked. I'm fine. I know this. Somehow I got fucked.
But I think that's great. I think it's going to be nice to be able to spend some quality time.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the one big bed.
Yeah.
It'll be perfect.
Well, we can also say how last year you were very generous to allow me to crash because for whatever reason, I don't remember what the reasoning was, that I was like, oh yeah, I'm in town for a little bit. Is it cool if I crash? And then I ended up getting a room, and Brittany so
Oh,
generously
so she pissed you off. Yeah,
set
yeah,
up
yeah,
an
yeah.
entire,
Yeah.
a beautiful spread for me.
Yeah.
And
And you blew it.
I did blow it. It was
Yeah.
not good.
And you're living that to this day.
Yeah.
So we're
There's
smoking
a lot. There's a lot
I
of
went into
things.
the house anymore.
So we're smoking little proppers.
A little wrong.
The Dapper. It's called the Dapper.
Are we taking orders for these at the show? Or
We are not taking orders. These are very young. We're trying them out right now. Seeing how they're doing.
Oh, okay.
All right, there we are.
I'd take order from them at the show, to be honest.
Would you?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, well,
Even if the release date, when do you think they're going to come out?
I would say later in the year, but I mean, we got a lot of stuff working on that we're trying to see if they're going to come out.
Okay. What are you worried about?
What am I
FDA
worried about?
and shit? Or?
Well, I mean, between that and just my thing is I don't want anything young coming out because that's the biggest stigma I feel like with the show is that, especially with the FDA and stuff, that people were just kind of dumping stuff out on the show and a lot of stuff I would smoke and
Okay. So
I
here's
think
the thing.
that's over now.
So, well, let's talk. We can, here's a little inside business shit for IPCPR, right? You get to come across every fucking retailer that's there,
yeah.
right? So it's just go for 3.5 days. Excuse me. If you have the ability, if we can establish what it is, when you're kind of guesstimating for the release date, and if you write the orders for it, then you already have it in the queue. If you have it in the queue, it makes that phone call a lot easier moving forward. Say, hey, the little proppers are coming out. We have your order for this.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of circle back. And do you need anything else? Right.
See, but I'm actually kind of excited about how we changed up this year on putting the phenoms in the orders. Like
Closer to the microphone.
putting the phenoms actually into the package deals is because that was the first one I ever came out with the Phenom 1 and Phenom number 3.
Right.
So I actually think that was actually a great suggestion by you to kind of switch it up so that we've been rolling it with the proper. But let's try and get some love on the Phenom.
Right. Well, the proper was brand new.
Yeah.
It got a good jump off. Same scenario, right? We knew that the platform was there for IPCPR. There's a good opportunity there to kind of introduce it to a lot of people in a small period of time. Boom, right? So
Yeah.
here and again, we're going to circle back to what your framework was, what you
Mhm.
kind of started with, and approach it from there,
Yeah.
right? So it makes sense to me, and it makes sense to release the cigar at the show.
Well, and you also have a cigar that's coming out of the show, right?
Yeah, we do.
We'll get to that.
What is that?
Oh.
What are we doing? The Warbank.
You want to do the releases at the show? Or just jump right into that?
I don't know. Should we talk
I
more
didn't-
about? We
I
want
didn't
to talk
see
more
this.
about Matt Hunt?
Oh,
It's
well,
in
I
the
mean, we
script.
certainly can, but he started throwing in other brands.
Oh, my thing's that
Just
I wouldn't
segue
be where I
right in.
wouldn't be where I am without
Oh.
like
No,
money.
none of us. None of us.
None of
Sweet
us.
guy.
No, I think that's very true.
We're all just writing his.
I've been
coattails
more,
of fame.
but more and more. You know, it's so funny that speaking about this, I always appreciated your podcast. It's not always just about cigars. So, like a book that I've been reading lately, it's been very heavy on the whole thing about gratitude, and mine comes to mind a lot.
Oh,
I do appreciate the
nice.
things that you and Gray have done.
Appreciate
So,
you too,
yeah.
buddy.
So everybody out there,
Hey,
Just let
this
me know.
guy likes me.
real into it.
So there you go. All right. So if that's all you want to talk about, but I feel like there's more. I feel like we're we can't just let him off the hook. What else is going on in your life?
How's the
dude?
island? How's things on the
Yeah.
island?
Things on the island. Hmm.
So Matt's kind of a world traveler. We never really see him. He disappears for months on end. He goes to
Goes to
Blue
the
Ridge
island.
Mountains
That's where
in
he goes to
Georgia.
the-
He goes
Oh,
to
Yeah, I got friends in different places.
he goes to Canada.
No, joking.
He goes to Mexico.
Mexico.
Nope.
He's going.
Virgin
He's
Islands.
going to Syria.
Not going to Syria. Just, I am going to Serbia. I do. So actually, I'm going to Rhode Island tomorrow.
Going to Israel.
Nope, not there yet. Going to tomorrow. I have one of my best friends from high school. He's actually getting married up in Rhode Island. and then straight from Rhode Island.
Are you in a lot of weddings or just
I
go to a lot of
am
weddings?
in a lot of
Because
weddings.
you look so nice.
That's
in the
literally the only
pictures.
reason.
Do you catch the bullshit at the end, like you're the next to be married? Ha ha ha! Like when they throw the shit.
I'm still not married yet, so I definitely don't catch that.
So you don't.
You
I don't get it.
If it were to come in your direction, would you swat it down?
No, because the athlete in me would come out. I would just be mossing everywhere. I would make it happen.
So if you catch it, this time around, when do you set the date for your marriage?
See, I'm not a date person. It's more of like like if it happens, it happens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just show up one day and you go, I'll just get married.
Yeah. How's today sound? Today sounds pretty good, right?
Today, go. You good today?
So I'm actually going to Serbia also.
Right.
Going to Serbia, which that's
After
going to be
Rhode Island? Is that
after
like,
Rhode Island,
is
yeah.
that like on the way?
Yeah, that was the only
That's-
connecting flight I could get.
Yeah.
To
That was-
Rhode Island.
Serbia,
Serbia, Rhode Island.
But yeah, so ended up I'm going to Rhode Island, then Rhode Island taking a layover in Oslo, and then going to be in Serbia. Then I'm going to be in Serbia for 10 days, and then going over to Montenegro.
Where the hell is Montenegro?
Montenegro is just east of Italy. It's just over the Adriatic Sea. It's okay. I had no idea where any of these places
Another
were.
wedding? Or just
Are you,
No,
going,
no.
are you going by yourself?
No, I'm going with somebody. This
Oh.
was inevitable that this was going to be where
Oh,
this was
where you
gonna go.
going?
I
Oh,
was
with my
told I was not
girlfriend.
allowed
Oh,
to.
here we go.
Good girl.
If anybody else want to know about my personal life,
I was
That's
told
awesome.
I wasn't allowed to talk about it.
It's awesome.
see, because
Yeah.
that's what
I'm sure I'm not allowed to either.
Well, that's okay.
It's 'cause, you know, he's a,
Well,
such
like
a
gratitude
private
a little more on
individual.
me now, less on him.
But yeah,
How grateful are you now that we're friends?
super grateful. Well, no, because there was a time even when this was a first blossoming relationship that
Right.
when we were on the road that we would talk about it.
Yes.
We've been involved in each other's lives,
Yes.
so
Quite some time.
yeah, and that's it's coming up on a year now us being together.
So when you proposed
Wow.
in Montenegro,
What TV show? She on a TV show?
She's not on a TV show. It's okay.
That's all right.
But no, that's what that trip is. We're going to Serbia to see some family, and then Montenegro because that's where they always go.
Alright, does he sound okay? Because he's really far away from the mic still.
Oh,
There you go. That's
Yeah,
my.
he's got a very
Uh,
deep voice. It travels.
yeah, that's what I'm trying. I think I project.
All right.
Well, and I was gonna ask I'm surprised you haven't asked me about my Serbian because I was then gonna ask you about your Spanish and see how.
Oh, my
you feel.
Spanish is 0.0.
Well, you're learning how to speak Serbian?
I am. I'm learning
Is
how
she
to-
Serbian?
She is Serbian.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, he's just gonna go to Serbia for.
Well, she could have said family there. It could have just been a trip or something.
No, so she's actually first generation American.
Oh, wow.
So like her family came over from Serbia, and everybody's hella Serbian.
Yeah.
So they all speak Serbian at.
They do, yeah. So so funny because so me growing up as a Cuban, and especially in Central Florida, there's always a ton of Hispanics everywhere.
Right.
And I would always feel bad for that one white guy that poor guy doesn't know how to speak Spanish.
That's me.
Well, now it's also me because now I'm the only
Now
one,
you-
and
now the
a
only
group of
Hispanic that
40.
doesn't speak Serbian.
Exactly.
Oh.
And so now that's my life, and I've learned some phrases. Izvini ne pričam dobro srpski.
Yeah.
I apologize, my Serbian is not very good.
That sounded really good.
Right? See, that's all. But that's what
It's
you
the
get.
accent. If you get the accent.
That's what I lucked out because with the Spanish accent you can get
Is he
away
tapping
with
his feet?
it. I am.
Jesus Christ.
He's like rocking in his chair.
Having a good
Squeaking
time.
little. He's nervous. Why are you nervous?
No.
It's because you brought up the girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's
You're
good.
always nervous.
Okay, so you're gonna.
So we now have another listener because she's gonna. Oh.
she-
Oh no, she asked. She's like, oh, so when is this gonna go up? Like when do you guys start? And I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna be out for like a while.
I'll let her know. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
We
Oh,
should,
good.
we
Next
should,
Tuesday.
we should
Yeah.
have her in without him.
Yeah. So how's the life?
Wow, this is turning into such an interesting podcast. It's gonna be an array of an audience.
Yes. So all right, now I think that's good. Now we got that.
Embarrassing enough. Got that out of the way.
Yeah, my Spanish is terrible. Next.
Come on, one word.
Arbo.
There you go. That's all you gotta
Oh,
say.
the tree.
That's right.
The tree.
I love that. Now he knows what that
Yeah, no,
is.
thanks too.
Yeah, it's because it's on podcast.
That's the second time he was on.
So what do you want to talk about as far as IPCPR, Mr. Michael?
Some of the releases that are coming out.
Ooh, okay.
I've
What
got
are
a
we-
list that
What are we excited about?
I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
The Lugione Singulare.
Okay.
You know anything about that?
I know a little bit about it. You know, my cigar rep. You know. Yeah, we
Oh yeah.
We got
I
a
never
unique-
even thought
we
about
have
that.
a
when
unique
I looked it up.
relationship.
Yeah. He's got a lot to do.
I love him, but he's very busy.
He's a busy man.
He's very busy. And now he's on the keto thing, so he doesn't have a lot of energy. So I sent him a
Well,
text.
it's a,
sent him a text with a
it's
bagel last
6
time.
by 34 by what? 6 3/4 by 52.
So I mean, Illusion makes good stuff. They're out of the Casa Fernandez. Hernandez, Aganorsa, whatever the fuck factory. So they have good tobacco.
Trying to see where it was made at.
The little Dapper, little Proper's coming out, I heard.
Yeah, it's very
We're
good.
on the street.
Very good. Speaking of small cigars, the Guaymaro's coming out with a smaller cigar.
It is.
Hey,
Hey, watch out.
A 4x50?
I'm excited about that one.
I am too.
You know, the rep for that one, super easy to deal with.
Oh, is he going to have some at the
I
show?
have not heard.
Yeah.
this.
You've heard bad things?
Is he going to have some at the show?
Maybe.
Is he coming to the show?
Esteban, he should be.
Yeah, he was there last year.
Yeah. I heard that, you know, Wilmer from the factory might be going too.
Oh. Was that the guy who was in the last video that Skip put up?
Yes. So
Yeah,
he's like
Esteban
he's the number 2 in the factory. It was
Ah,
like
gotcha.
Esteban, and he's like his right hand.
Gotcha. What
So,
was
like-
that about, by the way?
So, like I kind of circumvent. I go
So
to.
they were talking about who
They
made a
said
better
who's-
blend.
Yeah, who made the better blend? Is it
Skip or
Skip's
Skip or
blend
Danny?
or Danny's? And Skip's was like fucking bar none in comparison. You get like
I understood that part, but I didn't.
the argument was
get to
adding a barber pole with a Connecticut shade,
Yeah.
and this doesn't make sense and it wouldn't work, is what Danny is saying.
Oh.
Mm. Skip was saying.
Right, Skip was saying
Skip
because
was
Danny
saying.
was making it. Sorry.
Mm.
Oh, so many papers.
I know.
Well,
I did
that
not.
was-
I was just
Hey,
saying.
look at
I
the
did-
camera. Look at the camera.
I did
Look at the camera.
not. We should get a teleprompter for him. Come on.
You know what's crazy is like see how the smoke
Oh.
just kind of sits. This is where it gets all foggy in here. The video
Okay, set the mood.
That looks good. Oh, almost time to take a break, but we got another minute.
What?
We
You take breaks now?
We take
Yeah.
a break.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, yes.
We may.
One more cigar. Okay, go ahead. What?
No, you're good. Keep going.
All right, Crown Heads is coming out with a new show. Coming out with a new cigar that I
Yeah.
can't pronounce. You're gonna have to say this for me. La Coalition.
Yep. Coalition.
Oh,
Look at
Coalition.
this guy's.
Nice.
Well,
What-
They're making it with Drew Estate. Coming out with 4 Vitolas.
What's the wrapper?
Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. Sumatra binder and fillers from the Dominican and Nicaragua. So.
Well, I was excited about it for a second. No, I'm just kidding. I love Weston, so you know we'll obviously take that on.
Gotcha. And White Hat. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and take a break here.
Okay.
We'll take a
He's
break.
really
and
excited
then
about his break.
We'll be back in a moment.
Break.
And we're back again.
Here we are.
Thank you, everybody. Camera. Okay.
So you have questions?
I have one question.
Okay.
Since like now you guys are big YouTube sensations,
Oh, yeah, we're
Podbean
kind of a big deal.
sensations.
Yes.
Go
on.
If you ever had the opportunity to interview anybody now that since you guys are such seasoned veterans in the journalism game, who would you want to interview?
Oh, and we got who we wanted.
I'm not saying in the cigar industry.
Oh, like
Could
interview?
it be dead?
Excuse me? Yeah.
Living
Just
in
like
a
who do you think like you'd want to spend time smoking to have the opportunity to just
I don't know about smoking, but I'm a big Robin Williams and Don Rickles fan.
Well,
Oh, okay.
they're both dead.
I
No, he
understand
said that. He
Sitting-
said it's okay.
I mean, you know, my list is The Rock. You know, we got the logo over there for
Yeah,
a reason.
absolutely.
Tom Hardy.
Mm. Why Tom Hardy?
He's a cigar guy. He's an actor. He's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I think he'd be super badass.
Industry-wise, I like Matt Booth.
Yeah.
That's the next
Boofy
big-
baby?
Nice guy.
Boofy baby. Hey, now that Danny's such good friends with him,
I think that we could just call Robert and we can get them both up here again.
oh, that'd be good to have them both at the same time.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even have to talk.
Yeah.
Put one there, one over here.
Well, at that point, we'll be out of this room.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Oh, well, we're still gonna have the same setup.
You know, the one good thing about up there is better filtration, better air.
Yeah, that's true.
So, is that your only question, man?
Well, I mean, I thought that would be interesting because that's like so. I always think about like other cigar smokers. Hey, what's up?
No.
There's a skepticism
What's up,
in your face.
Go ahead.
Well, no, just because I know that you guys know that I'm a big Nat King Cole guy.
Yeah.
I always think that would be such an interesting.
He's dead too.
He is dead, but he was not a cigar smoker per se, but a cigarette smoker. But I think that he had a real interesting life. Cachito? What is it?
Yeah, whatever.
Taquitos, cachitos.
Taquitos.
The,
Fashion sensitivity.
sitting on the dock of the Bay Guy? Is that Nat King Cole?
Otis Redding?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. That would be another one. I think it would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be awesome. Like even like Jay-Z now, him becoming like the first hip hop billionaire. I think that'd be an interesting guy to talk to, both business and industry wise.
Gary
Yeah.
Vee would be cool.
Gary Vee would be cool. Talk about
Yeah.
not having to say much.
Yeah.
That guy would
Well,
run it.
well, we would start talking and he'd cut us off.
Exactly. And he's like, "You have 1 million views. We haven't even finished yet." That's where we're at. Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know who I did not know were big buddies was him and Nick Jonas, who is a big cigar guy.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Ah, so that's our way to him.
Yeah,
That's a segue.
that's the segue.
You gotta
Wait,
find.
we know Nick
You
Jonas?
gotta find Nick Jonas.
I know a guy who's
From the Jonas Brothers?
that he does styling out in LA.
What's he smoke?
He does mostly Cubans. Everything I've seen. Well, you know what's funny? The one thing that I've seen that hasn't been Cuban was a Daniel Marshall. Which
So-
I was,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, and you know that Jay-Z does the whole, he was super involved with the Cohiba, right?
Yeah, he did the
Yeah,
Commodore.
that's what it was, Commodore. Yeah, so I just think that's an interesting question.
That's
to
cool.
People outside of our industry who you'd want to talk to. And
Yeah.
Do you think there's anybody you could get into cigar smoking?
Like I could convince them to become a cigar smoker?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've done that a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I think I've turned people that I think that this industry is, you know, a lot of people are misinformed about it. And when you get your hands on somebody who's open-minded, they become cigar smokers.
Somebody was just asking you, either the last event or the two before that, there was a woman who was asking you, she thought they were very bad for you. Maybe she was talking to Greg.
Yeah, one talking to me.
It was Greg.
So do you feel like that's the
Never-
biggest obstacle?
Everybody thinks you inhale cigars.
Well, I think that there's a stigma in this industry,
Yeah.
you know, and we have to work on fixing that.
See, for me, like say like for younger generation and stuff, that I feel like it's not so much the health side of it. For me, like with young people, it's more the stigma, the same thing that would be coming from, say, wine, where they see it as like a pretentious thing, or they see it as an intimidating thing. Whereas, which I can understand, but I think it's when you give somebody that opportunity and you approach them as like, this ain't no thing. Like it's just something that you enjoy, and it's about the camaraderie. It's about like
Right.
appreciating kind of the time that you have to smoke together, as opposed to, oh, this has this tobacco, has that tobacco. It's been aged this long.
Right.
It's like something that it's
Medio
more.
tiempo.
Yeah, yeah, do you know what I mean? It's
Fuck
just,
outta here.
but it's just
Vallejo?
something. But it's just something that's a nice thing. And I
Right.
think that's the way I've gotten a lot of people to try cigars and things like that, especially at different events. Is like you can do whatever you want to it. You can
Right.
smoke it the way you want to. You can cut it in half. You can do whatever. Like it's more about the camaraderie and having the moment of like, oh, we're gonna have an hour to be able to just be in the moment.
And having a cigar with Nat King Cole.
Exactly.
Right.
Brad Wraith was just saying that the other day in some show he was on. I watched it for a minute because...
You want to have a cigar with Nat King Cole?
No.
Oh.
That he said, somebody asked him what cigar, if he could smoke any cigar, what would it be? And he said, I don't really like cigars. It's what you do while you're having it is what I like the most.
Well, I like cigars.
I do like cigars.
And I like people.
Yeah, you don't like. Oh, no, Greg doesn't like
Yeah,
people.
Greg does. I like people.
Everybody like together?
This is nice. This is nice. It's such a natural.
Oh.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it
There's
is.
the camera.
That's Earl, right? Earl?
Earl, yeah.
Oh, we
did
got a
Earl.
name for it.
Yeah.
Earl the camera.
Earl. Works kind of.
Well,
Gets
Yeah.
lonely down
Yeah,
here.
it
Gets
shuts
lonely.
it off every once in a while.
there you go. Well, our show has always been just us hanging out talking. I mean, we're not doing a news show where we're looking at the camera.
Right.
That's what people have said. They feel like they're sitting in a room with us when we're just
Just
chatting.
bullshitting.
Yeah, just bullshitting around.
Well, that's actually been some of my favorite times, especially being a younger person in the industry and like having some opportunity to be at certain tables and stuff. That's the most fun for me. I think that's fascinating to be able to just sit in a room and see what bigger guys in the industry and whatnot are talking about and kind of.
That's what I like about the Circle Bar at
Yeah.
the show.
You know what would be cool to get on? Sean Coleman.
Who's Sean Coleman?
I think it's Coleman.
You're talking about the bodybuilding?
No. The new, he used to work at
I know
Tim.
you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that
talking
guy.
about.
Man, I hope I didn't fuck up his last name. But his name's Sean.
Okay.
I love him to pieces. And he used to work at Tinderbox in Baltimore. And now he's part of the Romacraft squad.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he's
Oh.
putting in work.
He's a big guy. He's a big dude.
He's pretty awesome. Like, he'd be cool to get on. Because he's like a really humble guy.
Mm.
Well, there are only 2 Roma crabs we have not had on.
Yep, Sean Coleman. Didn't fuck it
Oh,
up.
3.
Woo! There you go.
So,
So that means he's in Texas now, yeah?
yeah.
Ooh, making that move.
Yeah.
We should take the show there and do a live thing from.
Headquarters?
Rebar just did that.
Oh, never mind. Well, they put one guy there.
Yeah, J-Dub.
Not the same.
Alright.
It's not 2 mics.
But it has been done quite a few times, though.
So, yeah. I feel like this kind of wraps it up.
This is
kind of
good.
petering
I'm so
out.
glad I went and fixed the camera for the extra 3 minutes.
I
Yeah.
thought it was good. I
It's worth
enjoyed,
it.
these
You
are
need
my
that
favorite
content.
3 minutes.
Favorite
really.
3 minutes? Favorite, good.
Yeah, the best ones.
We need an intro. And I guess now when you go, would you like to introduce yourself? I guess that could be the start of the show.
Yeah. There you go.
It flows.
Alright. Well, hey.
Everybody look at the camera again.
Hey.
Everybody wave.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Yes.
Pleasure.
Tell your friends about us. We need more subscribers.